This is your morning in 8 minutes. Knoxville police are working to find out what led to a deadly shooting that started at Dollar General.
This happened last night around 8:15 on Sutherland Avenue. Knoxville police were called to the store after reports of shots fired. When they got there, they were told a man collapsed in the parking lot of Sutherland Flats Apartments just down the road. That's where officers found the man who'd been shot. He died at the scene. Anyone with information is asked to contact the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. We've got that number for you right now on the WVLT News app.
A man facing aggravated assault charges will be in court this morning. James Andrews is charged after employees at a Family Dollar say he threatened them with a switchblade style knife. This happened last week on High School Avenue. Police say Andrews confronted employees when they refused to process a return without a receipt. Right now, the Knox County Sheriff's Office is investigating one of their own. Deputy
Tim Stidham lost his job on Friday. The Sheriff's Office says an internal and potential criminal investigation is underway into his conduct on duty. Details of the case won't be released until District Attorney Shar Mallon has reviewed the findings of that investigation.
Continuing coverage of fire crews returned to the Smoky Mountains today to continue battling the Thomas Divide Complex fire. This is happening on the North Carolina side of the mountains near Bryson City. Right now, the park says it's 40% contained, burning nearly 950 acres. So far, crews have been able to keep the fire away from structures. And in Cocke County, investigators are working to find out what caused the Chimney Rock wildfire in the Cherokee National Forest. Right now, the fire is 50% contained and covers around 180 acres near Hot Springs, North Carolina. Officials tell us the fire is not a threat to private lands and structures. Several trails and roads are closed for the time being. We have a list of those in the WVLT News app.
Funeral services have been planned for Granger County Superintendent Dr. James Atkins. The school system says he passed away on Sunday. The system said it's sharing thoughts and prayers with the community and family, saying he will be missed more than words can express. Graveside services will be held this Friday at 2 o'clock at Atkins Cemetery in Broken Valley. He was 59 years old.
The Knox County Commission is holding off on giving Knox County Sheriff's employees a pay raise.
Yeah, right now they need to fill dozens of jobs. The Sheriff's Office pushing a salary hike, hoping to attract more law enforcement to East Tennessee. The delay, though, comes after the county didn't get a salary survey in time for last night's commission meeting. The proposed raise is 2.5%, an extra $1,000 for most deputies. The current raise would add an extra $1.2 million to the Sheriff's Office budget.
Around the state, 2 people are facing charges this morning after police in Memphis say a 3-year-old boy shot and killed himself with an AR-15. Court documents say the child found the rifle under a pile of clothes in Tanisha Jackson's room. The child was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Jackson, along with the accused gun owner, Tedrick Butler, were arrested. Butler is due back in court in April.
And a similar situation here in East Tennessee with a 2-year-old boy in Jefferson County who police say shot himself in the face last Wednesday. We checked on his condition. He is still listed as critical. The sheriff says the investigation is ongoing. No charges are filed. And around the nation, at least 3 people are dead after a snowstorm caused a massive pileup on a Pennsylvania highway on Monday. Take a look at this. This pileup causing dozens of cars and tractor trailers to catch on fire. Officials say 24 people are hurt. And 3 days of negotiations between Ukrainian and Russian delegations begin today in Turkey.
After more than a month of war, Ukrainian officials are hoping a ceasefire can come from this round of talks. In his nightly address, President Volodymyr Zelensky said his forces have recaptured some areas around the capital city of Kyiv, though Russian forces are now focused on areas in the south. Ukraine's military intelligence chief believes it is part of Russia's new goal to split the country in 2.
Will Smith apologizing to Chris Rock this morning after slapping the comedian at the Oscars. Rock told a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The 53-year-old said his behavior was, quote, unacceptable and inexcusable, and that violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive.
Well, if you're looking for a job right now, we've got some good news. Blount County is hosting a job fair this morning at the Foothills Mall in Maryville. A record 80 businesses will be on site offering jobs in healthcare, construction, education, and banking. It starts later this morning at 9 o'clock. It goes until noon.
Also happening today, what's the future of transportation around Knoxville? City leaders are holding a workshop in just a few hours.
It's all part of a study called CAT Reimagined. They're analyzing the Knoxville area transit network that will make changes to the system and make it more effective for you. It will look at all things, including route locations, service times, access, even possible expansion. City Council and CAT board members will be on hand at 8:30 this morning at the East Tennessee History Center to discuss this plan. They hope to implement it next year. It is 6:54. We want to get a look at your first alert traffic. Earlier this morning, the Knox County Rescue Squad responded to a single vehicle crash along Rutledge Pike. This is just near Ellistown Road. These are images from the scene. That driver was trapped in their car and had to be rescued. And taking a look at that area right now, you can see that incident is clear. No delays. All lanes are back open. You are in good shape if you are just now starting your Tuesday morning commute, but that volume is starting to pick up ahead of the morning rush. This is a live look at I-40 west of Level Road, where we do have a disabled tractor trailer in the right-hand shoulder. Just use caution getting by.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
Good Tuesday morning to you. 5 minutes to 7 now, with some subtle changes here at home from yesterday to today to tomorrow. Okay, not so subtle on these winds. That's where there's a lot more movement in the region that starts to come here to home. So today's still very dry, not as windy, but very dry. I'm talking the air, the humidity levels. So it really would discourage burning outside. I know they're tackling some fires in the region, still trying to contain those. And tomorrow those gusts go right back up. So that's where it's still dry and now even windier before a line of downpours and storms moves through Wednesday night with really some gusty storms. So big picture, that storm system's flaring up in the region. I still think the greatest risk for severe weather is Mississippi to Alabama, West Tennessee to Middle Tennessee, and then it drops off actually as it enters our area tomorrow night. And then I think we're going to have a couple of strong storms on the back edge here Thursday afternoon along the Smokies. So it just shows you more and more changes brewing in the region and headed here to home. So for this morning, it's mostly cloudy, mild temperatures right at and just below average. It's 37 Harlan to Jamestown, 42 Knoxville to 40 Pigeon Forge. And today we'll keep these clouds around. At times you see more sun. We've seen some breaks at times overnight to early morning, but we'll also keep with this cool wind out of the northeast. That's got to turn around before we can crank up those winds and warmth. So today's high 62, still mostly cloudy, only spotty sprinkles. Here's kind of a big picture view of those clouds continue to flow in, but more heat and humidity tomorrow while those storms are racing across the region. So I've got a close look at that impact here at home coming up here in the next hour on the CW.
All right, Heather, thank you very much. We still have 2 more hours of East Tennessee news, weather, and traffic coming up on the CW. Looking forward to those warmer temperatures, Heather. That's what I'm hoping someday soon. We'll see you over on WBXX. Have a good day.